acknowledge all those who share the vision of a new courthouse for the citizens of Calaveras County. It has been through their commitment and perseverance this vision has become a reality. Before we begin, I want to thank all of the state and local elected and appointed officials who are with us here today. In particular, I want to recognize the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors, including Supervisor Rita Calloway, Supervisor Debbie Ponte, Supervisor Cliff Edson, and Supervisor Darren Stone. We are pleased to be joined by Sheriff Gary Coons, County Clerk, Recorder Natalie Priska, County Treasurer Barbara Sullivan, District Attorney Barbara Yust, and Auditor Controller Rebecca Downs. I will introduce Justice Hall in a moment, but I also want to recognize several other statewide judicial leaders, including Judge Stephen Jard, the Administrative Director of the Courts. We are also pleased to have with us Judge Robert Schlussman, who is a member of the California.
Need to be there with you to celebrate. I join you in spirit, and I know that hundreds of others within the judicial branch do so as well. Each dedication is a cause for celebration around the state. This beautiful new civic building is a testament to our shared commitment to providing access to justice for all Californians. Meaningful access to justice has several dimensions. We must provide physical access to safe, secure, functional, and adequately staffed courthouses. We must also make it easier in the 21st century for the public to access court services remotely. And we must ensure that access is equal to all our diverse communities and the state. The improvement of California court facilities remains a goal for state court leaders. For more than a decade, the Judicial Council has maintained a steadfast focus on the most needed court construction projects, funding them not with scarce tax dollars, but through specially designed court fees. 10 courthouses are now under construction. Another dozen have been completed under the management of the Administrative Office of the Courts, in collaboration with local courts and communities. Every construction project requires extraordinary commitments from all involved. Others at the ceremony today will recognize project team members. I especially thank the bench and staff of the Superior Court of Calaveras County for their years of dedication to this project. My deepest congratulations on this achievement. Since taking office in January 2011, I have traveled tens of thousands of miles, visiting as many California communities, courthouses, and court construction projects. Chief Justice of California, Chair of the Judicial Council of California. Back in 1985, when the sheriff and I went to San Francisco, the thought that we would be standing here today in this facility could only have been a dream. Some would say, including me, an impossible dream. But in 1985, there was someone who was already dreaming that dream. And the funny thing about dreams is, a lot of us have dreams. Most times we don't do anything about it, and they remain just that, dreams. Sometimes we might take some initial steps to achieving the dream, but we run into some roadblocks and we give up. It becomes just that, a dream. My father told me years ago that the measure of how badly you want something is the effort you put into achieving it. And the person who was dreaming this dream put an effort into the dream as described by a word that we both learned in 1985 from an unlikely source. And that term is supererogatory. And I'm going to tell you what that means. It means that over the years, he had to be tenacious, because he was into this for the long haul. We're going to build a new courthouse in Calaveras County, and we're going to coordinate with the state in doing that. So he had to be tenacious. He had to be resilient, because there were many incarnations of this new courthouse. I was there. There were plans, there were meeting with architects, and each time the house of cards would fall flat. But yet he was resilient. He got up, he kept going. He had to be tough, because sometimes to push a project like this through, you have to take a damn the torpedoes attitude. But when he was tough, he always did it in a patient, dignified, and courteous manner. What fueled this effort? What gave him this motivation? I was there, and I believe the only reasonable interpretation of the circumstantial evidence is that he had spent a lifetime serving the people of Calaveras County and their justice system, and he wanted to give them something back. Not for today, not just for tomorrow, but quite possibly for the next 40 to 50 years. But why? Well, he said it to me many times over the years. The people of Calaveras County have been very, very good to him. It's my pleasure to introduce to you no idle dreamer, the Honorable Douglas V. Mewhinney.
There was a lady filling out paperwork, and beneath her was about a 2-year-old child, and she was sitting on the floor underneath this little counter. And coming up behind her, because I'm coming up behind them, is this gentleman in an orange jumpsuit with leg irons and handcuffs, escorted by a bailiff. And it occurred to me what a dangerous situation that was. We have been fortunate. Other courts have not. We have been fortunate. And to me, safety was the big thing and the big need that we didn't have a handle on then. We made some adjustments. The clerk's filing window is no longer there. We no longer bring prisoners through what was then the Justice Court office of the clerks. But we have done all we can, but it has not been sufficient. Prisoners still literally come shoulder to shoulder to our court report. And I am so happy that nothing has ever occurred, but that doesn't mean it could not have. So to me, security was the big thing. We have had a cooperative attitude with our partners, particularly Court of Supervisors, particularly the Sheriff Coons. I want to thank you personally for providing excellent bailiffs which have kept us safe.